Have you ever walked away from a situation thinking, maybe I overreacted again, even though your feelings were completely valid? Or have you ever apologized for something you didn't actually do because you assumed you must be the problem? If that sounds familiar, you might be doing something many of us do without realizing it: gaslighting yourself. Today, we're going to explore what that really means, how it quietly shows up in everyday moments, and how to stop treating yourself like the enemy, not with judgment, but with clarity and compassion. Let me start with a short story. I once knew someone who would leave every conversation feeling heavy. If a friend sounded tired, she assumed she had annoyed them. If a coworker was short with her, she blamed herself for making things awkward. If someone didn't reply right away, she decided she was asking for too much. One day she told me, "I feel like I'm walking around constantly fixing mistakes I never made." And that sentence stayed with me, because so many people do the same thing. Instead of listening to what's happening around us, we create a harsher version of reality inside our own heads. That's self-gaslighting.
Self-gaslighting is when you take your real feelings, your real experiences, and tell yourself they don't count. It's when you dismiss your emotions before anyone else has the chance to. It often sounds like, "I'm being dramatic. That didn't really hurt. I always make things worse. Maybe I imagined it. Other people have it harder, so I shouldn't complain." These aren't harmless dots. Over time, they shape the way you relate to yourself. They make you doubt your own senses, your own intuition, and even your own memories. And here's the important part. Self-gaslighting usually comes from old survival habits, not weakness. People who learn to keep the peace, who grew up in environments where emotions were not safe, or who've been blamed for things over and over, often internalize that treatment. Instead of asking, "Did someone cross my boundary?" they jump straight to, "What did I do wrong?"
Let's break this down into 3 clear signs. 1. You rewrite your feelings to make them easier for others. Something hurts, but you immediately soften it. "Oh, it's not a big deal. It was probably my fault anyway." This is you erasing your truth to protect someone else's comfort. 2. You assume people are upset with you even without evidence. A late text, a neutral tone, a shorter reply. Your mind fills the silence with self-blame, not possibility, not curiosity, but guilt. This is your brain treating every interaction like a test you're failing. 3. You apologize for existing. You say sorry when you're not at fault. You say sorry just for needing something. You say sorry simply for taking up space. This is the most common form of self-gaslighting, believing that your presence is a burden. These patterns are subtle, but they drain your confidence over time. They replace your voice with an internal critic that sounds a lot like fear.
Self-gaslighting doesn't come from nowhere. It often comes from growing up around people who dismissed your feelings, relationships where blame was always placed on you, trying so hard to be easy or low maintenance, wanting to avoid conflict at all costs. Your brain learns that your emotions are inconvenient, so it hides them, even from you. It becomes easier to doubt yourself than risk disappointing anyone else. There's no shame in this. Your mind was trying to protect you, but you don't need that protection anymore. Not like this, not at the cost of your self-trust.
Now, let's talk about how to break the cycle. Here are 3 simple, powerful steps. 1. Name the feeling before you judge it. When something hurts, pause and say, what am I actually feeling right now? Not, is this reasonable? Not, am I overreacting? Just, what am I feeling? Naming a feeling gives it permission to exist, and emotions that are acknowledged lose their power to control you. 2. Replace self-blame with curiosity. When your mind says, I messed up, ask instead, what else could be true? Maybe the person was tired. Maybe the situation was complex. Maybe it had nothing to do with you. Curiosity creates space. Blame closes it. 3. Use a grounding statement that reminds you of reality. Whenever you start doubting yourself, try this sentence. My feelings are real. My experience matters. Say it gently. Say it often. Let it become the voice that replaces the harsh one in your head.
Self-gaslighting doesn't disappear overnight. It's a slow, patient process of coming back to yourself, of learning to trust your own senses, of believing that your emotions deserve space and that you deserve understanding, even from yourself. If you see yourself in any of this, that's not a failure. It's awareness. And awareness is the first step toward healing. You don't have to be your own enemy. You can choose, starting today, to be the person who believes you.